Donald Trump's lawyer Alina Habba requested that a judge delay enforcing when the former president pays his $83 million defamation penalty to writer E. Carroll, or post an even greater amount to appeal. In a letter to New York Judge Lewis Kaplan, the attorneys asked for the stay on the ruling currently set to expire on Monday, March 11th. For the former president either to pay Carroll or put up the $91 million cash bond needed to argue against the decision. In January, Donald Trump was ordered to pay Carroll a total of $83.3 million after a civil jury ruled he had defamed the former Elle columnist while denying that he sexually assaulted her at a Manhattan apartment in the 90s. In New York, a person must pay a court a cash bond that amounts to 110% of the judgment to appeal the ruling of a civil case. On Tuesday, Habba and Sauer also requested that the court reduce the defamation penalty or grant a new civil trial, while arguing that Trump was prevented from testifying about his own state of mind during the original proceedings, and that Kaplan gave the jury an erroneous instruction on what they can define as common law malice. In their letter, Trump's lawyers suggested that before the current deadline for the judgment is finalized on March 11th, time will be needed to finalize bond arrangements if the motion is denied. And therefore, the former president is asking that the court issue a ruling on the stay motion, requiring President Trump to post a bond or other security before this court's ruling on his stay motion threatens to impose irreparable injury in the form of substantial costs. Legal analysts suggested that Habba is asking the judge for mercy in delaying the enforcement of when Trump has to pay the cash bond. Trump could be having difficulty arranging for a bond of $91 million, which is what will be required to cover the judgment and interest, and expecting that Kaplan will deny his request for a longer stay.
New York, where judges said $465 million, you got to come up with it. I think Trump petitioned the court to say, can I come up with $100 million? And I believe they said, where's that stand? Let's just ask you that.
Sure. The Attorney General case is on appeal. We're waiting on that decision. We had a good hearing last week on that case. Obviously, the judge, the appellate division saw that there were some issues in the order and rectified them. Look, I think that our appellate, I've said this a million times, I think our appellate case is going to be very strong. We have a good record for appeal. We know that there were decisions that were made in error. We know that there was an appellate division decision that narrowed the statute of limitations, which was completely ignored in the trial court. And like I say all the time, honestly, it's time to let our side come out.